Hello peeps, how's it going? It's the Hillbilly Arthwitter today. I'm not on the farm today, I'm actually doing a bit of Christmas shopping. So I couldn't do it without doing a video today. What are we going to talk about today? Well, it's not going to be a long one, but we're going to talk about... Last night I was actually listening to Andrew Marr, the ex-BBC job guy who had the stroke. And he was actually saying he thinks Starmer, he knows of two campaigns to be leader against him already. So Angela Rayner was one, and I can't remember who the other one was. So he seems to think that in the new year that will be started if Starmer popularity continues to drop. I found that quite incredible because we think that ourselves, but obviously people on the left are noticing it as well, because Andrew Marr is a big left-wing person. And just as a side note, you know, he had a stroke. He had a stroke because he was doing this HIIT training where he was going for 30 seconds flat out on a pedal bike. It's supposed to be so healthy for you, and then stop, and then 30 seconds again flat out. That's what gave him a stroke. So I don't advise that. Right, something else I want to talk about. Now, it's this net zero business. Now, I think this is all being used as an excuse for anti-meat eating myself. That's what I think is going on. And I'm convinced that's what's happening. Absolutely convinced. And I said it from the start. They're using this as an excuse to stop us killing animals to eat. Now, I've heard... that's the name of the guy? Bill Gates talking about this as well. We need to be more humane, thus we want to make manufactured meat. That's what it's all about. And you've got lots of these people, these academics, who are a bit loopy in the head and mad for this sort of thing. They're all vegan, nutters, Dale, Vince and all that lot. That's what's at the heart of it all. They want to change society from eating meat. And they want to force us all into it. So that's what I think it's all about. A lot of people aren't willing to really admit it, but they won't come out with the truth of why they like this. So lots of the left-wing people are like that, a huge amount of them. But I don't know, I think people think I'm a bit nuts at the moment. You're sat here talking to my phone. So yeah, so there's that thing really. I do think the farm protests are actually starting to take effect now. And lads are having a lot of these Christmas runs on the tractors and things. And whatever people say, the people that are against us are always going to be against us. I think we've got the majority of the people with us. And if we try to join it with net zero, that will just make it worse. I don't think the government will change its tune, but they might be forced to change... the attitude towards farming, if you see what I mean. Because I don't think they'll change their tune, but it's definitely hurting them, because every time they go on TV they've been asked about it. What we need now is the people against net zero to start shouting back as well. Now, I was looking last night about people haven't realised about this tax on your vehicles at the moment. These 4x4s things trucks are going up to £5,200 road tax in some places. I looked at Mitsubishi L200 is going to be that. £5,200. And a Ford Ranger, same as a Ferrari and a Porsche. Absolutely nuts. They're trying to push the working class person who's farming for a start, but also the working class person who's building, who wants to tow his mini digger around or whatever, or the person who works all week to get his family, feed his family, and at the weekend wants to take his daughter or son off motorbike riding or horse riding with his 4x4. That's where they're trying to strap, and it's always the working class person who gets it. So we need to get everybody, not just the farming community, everybody up against this net zero nonsense, because it's designed to force us into doing things we don't want to do, force us to stop eating meat, force us to stop traveling when it's a freedom we've all should be grateful of and glad to hold on of. Need to fight for it all. So that's the one for today, because there's a few people looking at me like I'm an absolute lunatic, yeah, talking into my phone. So please subscribe down here. Oh, and by the way, I just looked at my analytics and found out that since I put that Starmer video out earlier or later last week, all my subscribers have flatlined and it's dropped off to less than 1,000 viewers. So I've obviously been switched off again. It happens to me often, but that's what happens when you say controversial stuff. I've just got used to it now. After about 2 weeks, it'll rise up again. I'll go back to normal. So that's why my channel doesn't get any bigger, really, because I don't toe the line like lots of these others. These others, they don't swear, they don't say controversial stuff. Thus, they get allowed on, and they grow bigger and bigger. But that's not me. I am who I am. I talk how I talk, and I say what I say, and it's all the truth. So please subscribe and like and share. All the best, Kaz.